Sure.
No doubt about it. Okay, for those of you heading up to Happy Valley this weekend, we want to give you the blue,
Can we
white.
get that roar, Mr. Shiner?
There it
He had it
is.
queued up.
Football's back in State College this weekend, as we mentioned. Dan, what is the forecast like? It is certainly iffy at best.
Well, I'm going to be nostalgic for a second. My freshman year, my first blue-white game as a student, it was sunny, it was 80 degrees, and it was hot in Beaver Stadium. Weather will be hot leading into this, but it does cool down some for Saturday. And the reason being is we get some of the leftover cloud cover coming up from the south with this disorganized low. The good news is the word I just said there, disorganized, because watch the blue here kind of move in southern parts of the mid-state first, and then it does encroach on State College, but it doesn't make a ton of headway. The mountains do kind of help shield State College in some way, shape, or form.
And 70, not bad.
And 70, likely low to mid-70s, and it all depends on how much sunshine breaks through. If the rain is not much of a factor and the clouds are a little bit thinner, it could be a very warm day. Now, I don't think it'll be 80 in full sun like that day. I will never forget my freshman year. I got really sunburned that day, unfortunately.
You?
Yeah, me. In a metal, that's pro tip here. Because of it being all metal,
Yes.
you fry
Yes,
in that
you do.
stadium on a sunny day.
The other thing to note here is a lot of people go up mainly for other activities, tailgating.
Extracurriculars, yes.
Just plan on at least some showers. It may
Yeah.
not happen during the game, but again, you can kind of see them all around.
Yeah,
there.
this is textbook scattered showers or thunderstorms. Now, again, this is the view I'm thinking of when I think back to my freshman year. The
It
blue
is a
sky.
gorgeous day. We're recording this on Thursday. It looks absolutely gorgeous.
This is a live view of Beaver Stadium. The big scoreboards, by the way, have the unrivaled branding up on it, so they're ready to go. Mostly cloudy, we'll call it. Temperatures upper 60s, low 70s, a stray shower during the game. Hoping, crossing my fingers, it doesn't turn into any type of lightning. It's possible, but we're going to call it showers for now. Hope for the best that they can get through this. I don't expect heavy rain, but the moment I say that, it takes one cell to blow that out of the water.
To put down a 20-minute downpour, and there's Franklin with the hood up and running around, wiping his glasses
and all the
off.
people we've talked to, whether it's our own Ali Barubi, the beat writers we've talked about,
Yeah.
they might say, how about that weather podcast where they talk about weather? And
Right.
here's a weather situation at Beaver Stadium.
And I have a buddy that goes up there every game, and I always need to give him a personal forecast, and I hear about it if it's off by a little bit. So just plan for a little rain, and we think a lot of the game is going to be okay. I'll get nostalgic with you for a second too.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Blue and White weekend was always a special time. Believe it or not, I was in the esteemed Penn State Glee Club.
You were.
And that weekend was a big one because we would always put the concert on, our yearly annual concert on Saturday night. So everybody would go to the Blue-White game, and then, believe it or not, yes, the Glee Club, we would pack the auditorium filled with folks and come out and do our repertoire. So that was nice because your parents would always come up, your grandparents. I met my wife on one of these weekends.
Blue-White,
It
baby.
was just a magic. Everything's in bloom. The end is near.
Yep, the end of the semester is looming, although finals are looming then, too, at the same time.
Yeah, true. But there's a lot of happy memories from Penn State and that time of year. It is a special weekend for alumni, as all the spring games are. You've got your Alabama, your A-Day game, and even some of our rivals, the Ohio State spring game. It's a rite of passage, especially if you are a student.
If you are a student, I always looked more forward to the fall semester than I did the spring simply because of football. And then at the end of spring, you just get that little
treat.
taste.
Yes.
And that's why I was, as a student, I was still there at the beginning of the Franklin era. So I was disappointed as a student that it wasn't a true scrimmage.
Right. That's a little disappointing.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Dan, tell everybody where they can find us, too, and give a shout-out. We love, too, by the way, we've gotten many of you to check us out on the YouTube feed. If you're listening in your car, that's great. Where can people find us? And then we'll give a little tease, too, of next week.
Weatherwagers@gmail.com if you like to reach out. We are also always on Facebook, Meteorologist Brett Thackara, Meteorologist Dan Tomaso. We have @Brett Thack, ABC27, @Doppler Dan on Twitter, Instagram.